All right, all right. It is 10 o'clock on the dot. Oh, okay, it just turned 10:01. I think I got here just on time. I think I got here just on time, maybe. I don't know how quickly it started up for everyone in chat. Which, speaking of which, I just pulled chat up and now you're not here. There you are. Okay. I think I'm on time today. I think I finally made it to a stream on time. I'm ready. DSs are fully charged. Rubber bands are on. Music's going. I'm actually recording this time. I think we're good to go. I think starting later was the right call. Gave myself plenty of time to actually get here and get going. And I had so much time, I was able to go shave. Like, you know, I think we're gonna have a really good stream. Like things are lining up really well right now. And you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and start running right into it. No more introduction. We're just gonna start sprinting towards that Tepig. We still got 10:24 on the mind. Okay, well, we only got, what, 12 resets until then, so I think we'll get there pretty dang quickly. And I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Although, I mean, the thumbnail still applies even if we get the Tepig. You know, on this encounter right here, the thumbnail still applies. But I don't have any thumbnails made for whatever the next hunt might be, so... yeah, if we get the Tepig real quick, I'm gonna have to throw together some thumbnails before our next stream. Nothing there. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me the rubber bands are already wearing out. I'm not getting good what you call it, press, good grip. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it. I don't know if we're holding on to the R button well enough over here on this 1DS. It feels a little loose maybe, but I think we'll be okay. You know, just press it every once in a while, kind of like trigger it, you know, get the rubber bands in place. We'll be okay. So how's everyone doing? Everyone have a well, it's Thursday. Everyone have a good week so far. For me, it's the weekend now, thankfully. Real close call at the end of work today. I thought I was gonna have to work overtime and work tomorrow, but luckily it does not seem like I will. So that's nice. You know, got the weekend started off great. We're here looking for some crispy bacon. What do we got right now? Mahogany Town. Life's lifing just usual. Yeah, I feel that. That feels like life all the time. Yeah, just going through the motions sometimes, but not today. We're not just going through the motions. We're getting the shiny bit. I mean, it's gonna happen. You know, I don't care if we're severely under odds still at 1,000 encounters. I'm confident today's the day. I think we're good. I was going to lower the well, I guess I could. Does that really do much? It is nighttime, so I was thinking about maybe lowering my lighting a little bit, so it's a little tiny darker in here, but it already looks fairly dark in here to begin with, so I think we're good there. I'm gonna turn down one notch. I'm gonna scoot forward just a tiny bit, so I'm a little closer to the desk. Okay. Good on the, yeah, we're good on the playlist. Everything is up, running smoothly. Nice. That's a good feeling because the last two streams have been scrambling to get here. On time for these streams, but today nice, calm, cool, and collected. Helps that I have the kind of the routine of what we're doing for the streams down pat now. Let's see, tried seeing how long it'd take to get all the HMTMs in Black. Gotcha. Yeah, there's a... I'm trying to think. There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to go about gathering TMs in this game. Would certainly take a while. Definitely the TMs that are locked behind the Pokemon World Tournament. That'll take you a hot minute to build up enough battle points to unlock those. And then I guess also I'd never really done the battle subway, but I guess also probably take a hot minute to unlock all the battle subway teams as well. Goodness. Kicking my unfortunately accidentally just kicked my cable for my webcam just a tiny bit. Am I good? For some reason my webcam move, I feel like it was down. My head doesn't really matter, it's fine. I just felt like it was panned down a tiny bit, but that's all right. Oh, you can see my basketball in frame today. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I really don't know anything about the battle subway. That is like one of the few features of these games that I've never explored, like ever. You know, I've done White Tree Hollow. Technically haven't done Black Tower, but I mean they're basically the same thing. You know, Pokemon World Tournament. I've explored a lot in this game, but I guess yeah, for some reason I've just never tried the battle subway. I really have no clue why the seasons in my two games are different. Oh, obviously, I'm sitting here like, why are the seasons in my two games different? They have the same date, same time. It's because one's Japanese and one's English. Our seasons probably don't line up. At least I would imagine not. Maybe they're a little. No, that would probably be it. I would guess. Hopefully, I'm not wrong in saying that and sound like an idiot. But that would be my only guess. Is that like. Oh no, which one is my English copy and which one's... No, definitely... Well, how do the seasons in this game actually work? They don't actually work on like a legit real world basis, because then obviously you'd be waiting forever for new seasons to roll around. So, never mind, I don't know why the seasons are different in my games. I don't think it has anything to do with what language the game is in. Maybe it does, but I don't think so. It's harder the higher your streak, and apparently some mons in there are 31 ideas. Oh wow. Yeah, that'll definitely be tough if you're not prepared and you don't have really well-bred Pokemon for whatchamacallit, for like post-game stuff. I feel like they're like that with a lot. Is the battle... Does Bango's Pokemon have like better IVs and stuff? I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, a lot of the post-game battle facilities, they do tend to give them actually good EVs and IVs. So if you're not ready for that, it can be tough. Oh, I'm sorry, DK. I just realized we blew right on into 1024 and there was no shiny. I meant to do something for that. I completely forgot. I feel like they wouldn't give them higher crit chance. That just feels unfair, but who knows? Maybe they would actually do that. A battle facility I've really wanted to try, and just it's like one of my favorite games, and I've never tried it, is the Pokemon Crystal Battle Tower. It's like I don't think a lot of people really think about or realize that Crystal was the first game to add a battle tower, like a post game battle. Well, is it truly post game, or can you play it in the main game as well? I forget. But yeah, obviously Red, Blue, Yellow, they didn't have anything like that because, first games. And Gold, Silver, and Crystal didn't have it either, but then Crystal added in the Battle Tower. And then they kind of, I guess what, Ruby and Sapphire didn't have a, I don't think Ruby and Sapphire had a battle facility. I know they definitely didn't have the Battle Frontier that was added in Emerald. No, I don't think Ruby and Sapphire did. But Emerald added a lot. Emerald added the Battle, Battle Frontier. They added the Trainer Hill, I think that's what it's called, above Mauville City. That's also another thing I've never really given a shot, is the Trainer Hill in Emerald. I wonder, are they just holding like crit adjusting items in the battle subway maybe? Or are they like just scope lensed? All the Pokemon scope lensed? Or do they all have like, I don't know. I guess unless you're fighting a bunch of whatchamacallums, pheasants and stuff, probably not facing too many Pokemon that have super luck. Ooh, I might need to grab another one of those. There are just some days, I don't know, I just need, I've already had what, three of these things already. I don't know if I got the label on there. Man, they're so freaking good. I feel like I can just feel the craving when that one's almost over. I feel like I need another one. Although I'm probably, if I drink another one, I'm not going to sleep tonight. So we might be having a late night stream if I do crack open another one of these Dr. Peppers. What's up, Clara? Yeah, we're still going. We're still chugging away. Unfortunately, we did not hit the sub 1K goal. We're now the goal is to hit it below 2,000. Actually, I'd say the goal is hit it below 15K. 15, oh god, I hope it's below 15K. Hit below 1,500, I should say. Dang, you've got a shiny Mimikyu? Like in what game? I feel like that was really loud randomly. I don't know why me saying that came out really loud. I'm trying to think, where do you get Mimikyu in games? I guess I haven't played the games that Mimikyu's in all that much, other than like the Totem Mimikyu. Where do you get Mimikyus in Pokemon games? Yeah, I mean, I've said it before, like, I'm sure we'll have hunts that somehow end up below, like, 100 encounters. And then we'll probably also have hunts that somehow end up in the tens of thousands of encounters. Like, it's bound to happen. Like, there's definitely going to be hunts that end up way above odds. It's just an unfortunate name of the game. In fact, out of 650 Pokemon, I imagine we'll have a number of hunts that end up in the 10,000 resets. I mean, hopefully I'm lucky and that doesn't happen, but it's probably going to. Well, dang. Yeah, no, I ain't getting that lucky. I swear, someone I follow on Twitter, not just Twitter, I'm also follow them on TikTok as well. Scarecrow, I forgot his name, Scarecrow Sketch. I don't know why I was Scarecrow Catch. I swear he posted a video earlier today, yesterday, started a Trico hunt. Now I think doing it on like emulators and stuff, it was like, it seemed like they got really, really lucky to grab a Trico really early. So it'd be nice here. Yeah, if I could come up with a better way to set up my camera to actually show off more than 2 DSs, I would do it, but I feel like this is just the most aesthetically pleasing way I've been able to find to do this for the stream. But also, when I was trying to do 3 DSs at one time, I think I was going slower. You know, doing 3 encounters every reset. I think I was going slower than just doing these 2. Like, I feel like I can get in a much better routine and like really get through the encounters a lot faster this way. Also helps that I'm not doing all the hue interactions with these resets. Yeah, there was never really a consideration of doing this challenge on emulators, because like I don't just want to complete a shiny living dex. I want to complete it on actual games. Like, you know, doing it on the computer on an emulator, like while it'd still be pretty cool to complete a shiny living dex, you know, I want to have like a physical cartridge where I can be like, yeah, this cartridge right here of Pokemon Black 2, every Pokemon legitimately caught. Well, they won't all be legitimate shinies, but 98% of them will be legitimate shinies. We were talking about Battle Subway just a few minutes ago. Now we got the Battle Subway theme going. What you mean by that? 6 marked off at any time? I think I've been keeping up with all my resets, right? I think so. Oh, how many total guaranteed? I mean, in these games, I think I only have 3 guaranteed shinies across these games. Just because, I mean, the Haxorus that you get in the Nature Preserve only counts for Haxorus. So, like, it doesn't count for Fracture or Axew. So even if I get 2 of them, it just counts for 1 entry. And then the shiny Dratini and shiny Gible you get from Banga is 3. And then I don't think there are any more guaranteed shinies in this game. So But then you have like the red Gyarados from Heart Gold, Soul Silver will be a guaranteed. So DK, like when I get like this shiny Tepig, if I get a shiny Tepig, it doesn't count for Tepig, Pignite, and Emboar. Like I have to get 3 shiny Tepigs for this challenge. Like when I'm done with everything, I need Tepig, Pignite, and Emboar all in the box, shiny. So like the shinies I get in this game only count for 3 entries. Haxorus, you know, if I fully evolve the Dratini and Gible that I get from Banga, you know, then it's Haxorus, Dragonite, and Garchomp, the 3 guaranteed shinies I get out of these games. Yeah, that's what a living shine, like that's what a living Pokedex is. It's not just, you know, registering them in the Pokedex, it's having all of them. So like when I'm done with this, I literally have every single Pokemon as shiny. So like this is just hunting for 1 Tepig. After we do this, we're not soft resetting for the other 2 though. I'm just gonna, you know, down the road breed for the other 2 Tepigs. So like whatever Tepig we get here will end up being a Emboar at some point because I'm gonna play through the game with it, and you know, that'll count as the Emboar for us. But then I got to breed to get a Pignite and I almost said Lechonk, and a Tepig later. So yeah, this challenge, challenge, I don't know if you call it a challenge, a journey, whatever this, I guess it is challenging to have the patience to go through this. Oh yeah, I'm fully expecting this to take me years. Like, yeah. Now, there are some ways I might be able to, I mean, they'll be legit shinies, but there are ways I can make, you know, some shinies a lot easier to get, specifically anything that's found in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and Heart Gold, Soul Silver. A lot of shinies from those games I can get legitimately by doing the cute charm glitch. They're legitimate shinies, but I'll have to do a little bit of RNG manipulation on the save files in order to make sure I have a save where I can use the cute charm glitch. Now, if I'm unable to figure out how to do that, you know, can't use the cute charm glitch because I just can't figure out how to do the RNG manipulation, then it'll take vastly longer than it's already going to take. But yeah, I expect by the time I'm done with this, you know, I'm assuming I'll be able to stick through and see this to the end. I want to. I really want to. Like, I really want to, but I've also only been doing it a week so far. So we'll see. I'm going to try and be consistent and really stick to it. But assuming, you know, I do and I actually manage to do it, I imagine by the time I'm done with this, I will be married. Obviously, I mean, I'm getting married next year, so, you know, not going to complete this before then. I'll be married, should hopefully have bought a house by then. We'll see. And housing is crazy to try and get into, but like to buy a house. and I will more than likely have children by the time I'm done with this. So yeah, this is going to be an endeavor. Like, yeah. Just talking about it got me like, nah, it's not gonna take that long. I don't think. I'm hoping at maximum it takes like. I'm hoping at maximum it takes like 5 years. I'm hoping that's the max. I'm hoping I can get it done in like 3. But I guess that also depends on me getting pretty lucky. Because like it took about a week for us to get to 1,000 encounters. So to get to 8,000 encounters is 8 weeks. That's 2 months. So assuming, oh god, assuming all these full odd hunts take 2 months roughly. Hopefully some hunts will be faster than, you know, and 1,000 encounters a week. But yeah. Maybe, okay, now that I think about it, maybe this will no. Okay. We're just not going to think about it. We're just going to vibe. We're not going to think about how long it's going to go. We're just going to vibe and do it. But I mean, yeah, and theoretically, sure, yeah, I could hit the lottery effectively 100 times in a row, get nothing but first encounter shinies every single time, and be done with this in, you know, a week. $12.05 is going to be it. Okay. We'll keep an eye out for $12.05. Oh, I'm sure I think we can get there in this stream. I think we can get to 12:05. This theme will just make you want to run through a brick wall. Oh, I just straight up went for the soft reset. I wasn't even trying to look at the encounter. Did I go up right there or did I miss that? I think I missed it. Okay. Accidentally misclicked. But yeah, definitely I intend on doing the vast majority of these hunts with increased odds. Like, I'm only going to be doing a few, I don't even know if I can really say that. They're actually, in this game, I'm planning on only doing a couple of full odd hunts. Like this one Tepig will be a full odd hunt. Running around in Flakasi Ranch will be full odds hunting, but we're going for like 4 Pokemon, so like, you know, the odds of finding what we're looking for is pretty high in getting shinies there, so it shouldn't be that long. And I mean, after the ranch, I don't know, I might do 1 or 2 more full odd hunts before finishing the game. So, getting a little OCD over here. Wrong with that. But then after I beat this game, in order to increase my shiny odds, I mean, I'll be able to increase my shiny odds naturally because I'll grab a Japanese Ditto and trade it over. So, you know, Masuda method will make things better. And then getting a completed national dex will take a while, just, you know, because I'll have to play old games and stuff to complete those. And so when we go into those old games, I will have to, you know, I'll do some full odds hunts. Like, I imagine for every game I go into, I'll full odd hunt a starter. So, yeah. Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. You know, be doing full odd hunts for those shinies. But then, like, playing through the game, other than like legendaries, I'm probably not going to full odds hunt anything in any other games other than this. And we'll mostly be focusing on completing the national dex in this game so I can get the shiny charm. So between Masuda method and shiny charm, my eggs will be much more likely to be shiny. Now, there are Pokemon we obviously have to full odds hunt. Every legendary that's not breedable, you got a full odds hunt. Or, well, I can get the shiny charm and at least make the soft resetting for them hopefully better. Yeah, there's a reason why I'm putting together a whole spreadsheet for every single Pokemon to figure out the best way to do this whole thing, the most efficient way. I'm not too terribly far into the spreadsheet right now, but I think I have time to work it out before we really get going. And then, yeah, like I said, there's 4 Pokemon that are guaranteed shinies, so that's nice. Unfortunately, there's, not many guaranteed shinies, so there's only 4 I can think of off the top of my head. And then I have a Bayleaf that I've already shiny hunted in the past that I will count. So that's a 5th Pokemon I don't have to shiny hunt. And then all the Pokemon that like can't be hunted, you have to either have an event or you hack them in. Whatever all those Pokemon are, I won't have to shiny hunt. So there's that. So I think there's a solid 15 Pokemon I don't have to hunt. So that's so much better than 649. 634. Sometimes I do got to make sure when I'm doing these resets not to kind of like, I can't go at the same pace every single time because then I'm just gonna be hitting the same seed for like the same Pokemon every single time. So I need to make sure that like I kind of vary up my speed in which I do resets and encounters, and then occasionally I'll need to kind of let the RNG roll over. I don't know if you call it, just kind of sit there, wait, save the game, and then start again. Maybe it's not necessary, but it's what I'm gonna do to keep things fresh. Try not to get the same Tepigs over and over and over and over and over again. What do we got? What do we got? Closing in on 1100. Closing in. I don't know. I don't think when you're encountering things on routes, I don't believe it works like that. Now with this, because I'm starting from the same save point every single encounter, technically if I do everything perfectly the same every single time, I believe I always get the same Tepig. Like, it comes down to like the frames, because like RNG in Pokemon games is not truly RNG. It depends on what frames you hit on what you get. So like, if you know how to like manipulate the system, you can time the RNG and get things at a certain point. That is true. I forgot. Yeah, I think this is, yeah, that's true. So maybe it doesn't matter, really. I don't know. I don't know. I know most people don't really think into it. They're just like, I'm going to reset until I get it. They're not worried about the RNG frames that they're hitting on the encounters. But yeah, I think you're right there, Mariothan. I think, yeah, it does depend on the system clock. I think you have to set the system certain like days and times to truly manipulate the RNG. So maybe I'm probably completely overthinking things, which is fair. That's very on brand for me. World-renowned overthinker. Oh man. Whew. No worries, Pro Mario. No worries. Thanks for the kind words. What's up is I have given myself the impossible task of trying to catch 649 shiny Pokemon. That's and we're starting with the first one right now. Or I mean, we started with it a week ago, but we're still continuing on getting the first one right now. Or maybe it's Pro Mario. I just realized. So I kind of pronounce it almost like Pro Mario. Pro Mario. Ooh, no. Oh, my nose is itchy. Goodness. Oh, don't you hate when that happens? Good Lord, it was like right up in there too. I don't want to look like I'm picking my nose, but man, oh, it just got itchy. Goodness. Put these down. No, I can't. What do we got? What do we got? Nothing again. Nothing. I really like the names that Zame came up with for the Paradox versions of the, what you call it? What are Ho-Oh and Lugia called? Do they have a legendary name? Do they have, is that? What are the legendary names of any, I'm blanking on all the legendary box arts and their like group names. Guess what? I mean, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, they're just the weather trio, right? That's it. For Kyogre, Groudon, Lugia. What are even Ho-Oh and Lugia? Are they just like the... I don't know. Come to think of it, do they have a group name, Ho-Oh and Lugia? I mean, obviously, like, Mewtwo and Mew are just kind of like, what, the genetic? They're just genetic Pokemon, genetic duo. And then, you know, the birds are just legendary birds. Beasts are legendary beasts. Do Ho and Lugia have a name for their pairing as legendaries? Can't remember. Because obviously in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Arceus, Dialga, Palkia are the creation trio. I guess it's more like, yeah, they're the creation trio, right? Or is it more Palkia, Dialga, Giratina are the creation trio? And Arceus is just kind of like above that. Okay, yeah, it's not Arceus, it's Giratina. And then whatchamacallit, the legendaries in this game are, I believe, Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem are called, what, the Tau Trio? I believe it is. So yeah, I really don't think Ho-Oh and Lugia got like a legendary duo name. Is it? Winning 2 coin flips. That seems a little... 2 50-50s is the same as 2,500 encounters? I'm not capable of doing the math in my head. That feels... I feel like I'm much more likely to get 2 50-50s in a row than get a shiny in 25. Is that true? I mean, you're the one probably able to do the math, not me, so I'll take you for your word. Tower duo. Does that really work though? Because like, sure, Ho-Oh's at the top of a tower, but like Lugia isn't. Lugia hangs out in the basement of a cave. But I guess what? Did Lugia used to hang out in Ecruteak City on one of the towers, and then when it burned down? No, I think Ho-Oh was the one that left, right? When the... Was it the Brass Tower that burned down? That became the Burn Tower? Or is it the Tin Tower that burned down? And the Brass Tower is still there? I don't remember. Yeah, I'm not really sure why Ho-Oh and Lugia would be called the Tower Duo. I don't think Lugia, like, you know, water. Lugia don't hang out on towers. Lugia swims in the ocean. So, but I mean, I guess that kind of the only thing that works is Tower Duo because Ecruteak City. Is notorious for those two. I gotcha. Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. I was like, did Lugia used to hang out at the towers in Ecruteak long ago, and I just don't remember the lore? I guess it did. So, yeah, I guess that's a fair kind of fan-made name for him. Anyways, I think we're well past the song that I was bringing. That whole topic was brought up by a single song that was playing in the background. I was trying to say that Zame came up with some cool paradox names for the hypothetical paradox Pokemon of the Tower Duo being Lugia and Ho-Oh. The remixes they made of their themes for, you know, being paradox Pokemon is Iron Radiance for Ho-Oh, and then I think it was Iron Typhoon for Lugia. I think that was the one that was just on screen and I already kind of forgot. Thought those were cool names that they came up with. A lot better than, I don't know who decided to call Paradox Virizion Iron Leaves. Like, come on, Virizion's already the lamest of the Swords of Justice. Why are you calling... I understand, like, it's kind of based on their typing, their attribute. You know, Virizion's a grass type, Iron Leaves. Terrakions a rock type, Iron Boulder. But then, like, the Cobalion got Iron Crown. I guess crowns are made of metal, but still, Iron Crown's a lot cooler than Iron Leaves. And even Iron Boulder is cooler just because, like, it sounds a lot more intimidating. Boulder. The Iron Boulder versus the Iron Leaves. Yeah, it is a little interesting that Lugia isn't a water type. Is kind of strange. Like, why? I mean, I don't know, but like it being psychic is cool. I was trying to, well, actually, real quick, I'll be right back. I'll be back in just a second. All right, sorry about that. I am back. We are good to go. I forget, wasn't maybe I'm misremembering. I thought I heard a story that like didn't it have something to do with the second movie, like no, I imagine the second movie obviously would have came out after Gold and Silver. I forget where I was going with that and what I was thinking of. I think Ho-Oh was created purely for the anime, right? And then like ended up becoming a mascot for the second video game. I don't know where I was going with that thought. I was going to say maybe Lugia was a psychic type because of the second movie, because it was all like you could communicate telepathically and all that. But then it's like, obviously, I think the second movie came out after Gold and Silver came out. So I don't know why they chose to make it a psychic type. Maybe it had something to do with like, I truly don't know. Maybe they didn't want to give Lugia an unfair type advantage over Ho-Oh. That's what I'm going to go with, actually. Now, Lugia learns water type moves, which inherently gives it a advantage over Ho-Oh that Ho-Oh doesn't really have over it. Ho-Oh doesn't get like water. One rubber band over here on this DS is sliding off real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna go with they didn't want to give Lugia an unfair type advantage over Ho-Oh. They were sold on the whole Phoenix idea for Ho-Oh. They were like, okay, we really like this. It's, you know, it's a Phoenix. It's really cool. Obviously, that makes it fire flying. And then they, you know, thinking of Lugia, they were like, well, we're gonna make it like, you know, hang out in the ocean, you know, at the bottom of a, you know, cave. But we don't want to make it a water type because then it's just like better than Ho-Oh, technically. So let's make it a psychic type because psychic types are cool. That's going to be my official guess. I mean, I can kind of like, I get that they did kind of hold psychics on a higher pedestal early in the series. I mean, even now, I feel like outside of Dragon, I feel like Psychic has the most legendary Pokemon. I feel like they just hold Psychic in a higher regard of a typing. Because, you know, the strongest legendary from Gen 1 was a Psychic type. It was based off of a Psychic type. Gen 2 had a Psychic type legendary and a Psychic type mythical. Gen 3, 2 of the legendaries, Latios and Latios, were Psychic. 2 of the mythicals, Deoxys and Jirachi, Psychic types. Shoot, they even made Metagross, the pseudo-legendary, a Psychic type. I feel like early on they were just like, someone, that Game Freak, they were on board with Psychic types. They created a trio of Psychic types in Gen 4. And not just that, they created the Lake trio of Psychic types in Gen 4. But then they also created Cresselia, so there were 4 Psychic type. Are there any more Psychic type legendaries in Gen 4? I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, Kyogre just, I feel like that's too obvious to make it a water type. I don't think they could mess up there. I'm pretty sure in this generation, Meloetta is the only Psychic type. Legendary, I know it's a mythical, but like, I mean, Victini as well. They tend to make almost, they've kind of gone away from it for a while. They were making like all of those pixie kind of mythicals Psychic types. But I feel like over the years, you know, recently they've definitely gotten away from making Psychic such a prominent, kind of like powerful typing. Although I guess every legendary in Sun and Moon, well, the box arts, you know, they're all Psychics. You technically got 4 Psychic legendaries out of Sun and Moon. Well, I guess depending on how you look at it, you got even more than that. Cosmog, Cosmoem, Solgaleo, Lunala, that's 4 right there. Necrozma, Dustmane Necrozma. I mean, it's technically still Necrozma, but that's another one. So where it's 6. Dawnwings, and then, you know, Ultra Necrozma. Like, technically got kind of like 8 Psychic type legendaries out of Sun and Moon. But yeah, it is kind of crazy how in Gen 1 Psychic was so clearly the most busted, best typing. And then nowadays, it's like a pretty middle of the road typing. Like, it's cool. A lot of psychic Pokemon are cool, but they're not nearly as threatening as they used to be. I mean, their position kind of got taken by fairy types, to be honest. Like, fairy just took over as the mystical, magical, you know, really strong, you know, typing that's really good. They gave it to fairy, and then poor psychic types are just over here like, that was my gig. Now I'm just nothing. Well, what's even funnier is not only was Psychic immune to Ghost instead of being weak to it, or was it just neutral? I forget. But anyways, not that it wouldn't have really mattered if Psychic was weak to Ghost in Gen 1, because the only damage dealing Ghost move in Gen 1 was Lick. That was it. Lick was the only damage dealing Ghost move in Generation 1. Also, I didn't do anything special right there for the 1100 encounters. I normally do something more special at that moment, but I guess we're just chilling on all that today. So like, even if psychic types were weak to Ghost in Gen 1, it's like, what was Gengar doing to Alakazam anyways? Licking it for a tiny bit of damage? Because Lick is a terrible base power move anyways, and it's a physical move in Gen 1. You know, I think Gengar would have done more damage with Nightshade anyways. With just the consistent, you know, set damage. Yeah, and then I always think it's hilarious that in Generation 1, there were only 3 damage-dealing bug moves, and 2 of them were exclusive to Beedrill. Like, I don't think Scyther or Pinsir got any bug moves in Generation 1, if I remember correctly. Like, Beedrill had 2 signature bug moves, Twin Needle and... Or maybe not... I know Twin Needle for sure is Beedrill's signature. Maybe it was Pin Missile that it's not signature to Beedrill, but as a bug type it is. I think Jolteon's the only other Pokemon than Beedrill to get Pin Missile in Gen 1. And then, you know, some Pokemon got Leech Life, which was the only other bug type move in Generation 1. And I don't even know if any bug types actually got Leech Life. Maybe Venonat did? Venomoth? I can't remember. I just know I always associate Leech Life with like Zubat, which is not a bug type. So yeah, it was interesting interesting design, and then yeah, Beedrill's weak to Psychic, so they really did not think about how to well balance the Psychic type in Gen 1. Gen 1's just funny in general. It's just interesting how they designed that game, how they programmed it, they built it. It almost feels like when you really learn about how Generation 1 was made and how like just barely it hung on as a game to work, it's insane that it spawned the greatest video game media franchise in general, like ever. Like, the premise of the game was just so popular that it didn't matter that the game was like shoddily put together and like didn't work as intended and all this stuff. Like, it had a good premise and took off. If you ever decide to play a Gen 1 game, play Yellow. It's a fun game. I mean, it's a little bit, I don't know how to put it in terms of phrasing. It's not like playing a traditional Pokemon game, even though it is a traditional Pokemon game, because like everyone and their mother, when they play Yellow, you start with Pikachu, you pick up the 3 starters, because they give you the 3 starters by like the 3rd gym. And it's like, everyone kind of has the same team. It's, you know, you get Pikachu, you get the 3 starters, you get like Snorlax, maybe like Nidoking, and then, you know, or maybe you ditch Pikachu for Pidgeot or something. But it's still a fun game. I like the aesthetic of it. You know, Yellow is the best looking Generation 1 game. So if you decide to play a Gen 1 game, I'd go with Yellow. And another thing about Gen 1 that I find kind of ironic and funny is that the whole premise of Pokemon was created around the fact that oh man, I feel like a terrible Pokemon fan for not knowing his name. Or I mean, I know it, but I'm forgetting it right now. Was it Satoshi? Was that his name? I feel like a terrible Pokemon fan for forgetting the, like, basically the creator of Pokemon, like the guy who came up with the idea. He came up with it because he liked collecting bugs, and yet you know, came up with the idea of Pokemon because of collecting bugs, and then bugs were the worst worst typing in the game for the longest time. Probably still are the worst typing, but it's just kind of funny. Yeah, that sounds right. Miyamoto Satoshi. I wonder why. Wonder what beef you could need to have with the guy that made Mario. Maybe as the two Nintendo giants, they just couldn't get along. Well, I would say two of Nintendo's giants. I mean, I don't know if I'd say any other Nintendo franchise is on the same level as Mario, Mario and Pokemon. Like Zelda's close, you know, Zelda's really cool, definitely in the top 3. I think it is the 3rd, you know, biggest, I would imagine. And then all the other ones are like a little bit lower. But yeah, Mario and Pokemon are just kind of like, feel like just leagues above the other Nintendo franchises. But the other ones are still really good as well. What's up, Clara? Ooh, man, excuse me. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I did kind of make a claim when I first started this that any Pokemon that I can shiny hunt in this game, I will. So, like, obviously I could shiny hunt the Regis in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, but they are in this game as well. So I can hunt them in here. And I probably will do that because, you know, in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, the odds are 1 in 8,192 no matter what when you're hunting the Regis. But in this game, if I can, you know, complete a national dex, then I can get a shiny charm and make the Regi hunts in this game quicker. Hopefully. At least better odds. So and then I think can you get Regigigas in this game? I forget. I think you can, right? You have to get you know, the original Regis, the first 3. And I think you can get Regigigas in this game. If I remember correctly, you can. Oh man, I'm losing my voice randomly right now. Sorry. Oh no, I made sure to look into that because I was questioning that myself. I was like, is there enough storage space for literally every Pokemon in the game? Oh yeah, there's enough. You get like 25 boxes or something in total. And each box holds 30 Pokemon. Like I looked into it. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. But yeah, there's definitely enough space in here for all the Pokemon. What about Gen 4? Oh, is that a thing? In Gen 4, you need Regigigas to get... Huh. That's interesting. I think I've heard of that. Yeah. Right. That is a weird design. I guess the idea is what you bring the Regi trio from Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald to Gen 4 so you can get Regigigas. But then once you have Regigigas, I guess you can then unlock the Regi trio in Gen 4. So are they... I don't know. I don't know why they did it that way, but that is interesting and funny. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they tried to pass off the Azure Flute as being a confusing item for people to use to get Arceus. Like, what sense did that make? You had to get the Reggies by reading Braille to have a Relicant and a Wailord at a certain point in your party, and then you had to use moves and items and like, yeah, I don't know why they were like, oh, the Reggies? That's not complicated. Using a flute at the stairs of Mount Coronet? That's complicated. Yeah, like literally it's like, hey, take the Azure Flute to the top of of Spear or of Mount Coronet, you know, Spear, was it Sky Pillar? Spear Pillar? I forget which one. Just take it up there and play it at the stairs. I think that would have been pretty easy for people to get. Which obviously when we play through Platinum, I will get the Azure Flute by methods, and then we will shiny hunt Arceus for sure. That is a plan I do have for this. You know, down the road, we will certainly be soft resetting and hunting for Arceus. Because I'm pretty sure you can, well, I have to look into it. I know you can soft reset and hunt for Arceus in BDSP. I'm pretty sure you can do it in Platinum as well. It's just not technically legal. Because no Arceus gotten from the Azure Flute event is legal because it wasn't distributed. But I gotta make sure on that. I'm pretty sure you can still shiny hunt it up there. Like, it's not shiny locked. It's just it's an illegal event. I think that's the issue. Like, if I remember correctly, shiny Arceus in BDSP is the first time you can legally get a shiny Arceus in a game, correct? I think I heard that. Yeah. You get Malamar by turning your DS upside down. You get freaking, oh my god, when I heard about how you get Runerigus, I was like, who's ever gonna figure that out? You catch a freaking Galarian Yamask, get it to a certain HP level, and then walk under you have to get it below a certain amount of HP and it has to be a certain level? Or is it just the HP thing? I forget. And then you have to walk under the the rock in the wild area. Like that is really funny. Like, who thought of that? And like, could you imagine if that was an evolution method when, you know, 20 years ago? It's like you would literally have to buy the guidebook in order to know how to get that evolution. Because the internet was not, you know, nearly the thing it is today. What's up, Mr. Scott Ball? You came in and really wanted to be on the journey of a shine. Well, welcome. You were here early and bright. I don't. You're here early for this journey for sure. And thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. We are on the hunt for the shiny pig. Hey, well, you are welcome to hang out here with us for sure. I'm probably going to be here a while. I don't know. I took a good nap today. You know, had a good night's sleep last night. Drank 2 Dr. Peppers recently, so you know I got some caffeine in me. I naturally can't sleep anyways, so I might be here a minute. We'll see. Hall of... Oh, I forgot. The Hall of Origin is up where Arceus is, right? That's what it's called, the Hall of Origin, up where Arceus hangs out. Right. I'm remembering that correctly. And then what is... Was I just not around for the event that got you to go to Shaman? What is it called? The Seaside Path or something like that? Or did they never distribute that? I forget. I know years back I did, whatchamacallit, I did walk through walls so I could go over to the Seaside Path and ride up and down it, but I still think you need an actual event to get the Shaman to appear there. It's not just going there that gives you a Shaman. So right now I'm just going to get one. We're just getting a shiny Tepig for me to play through the actual game of Black 2. And then that'll end up being the Embor for the living decks, and then the other 2 Tepigs will come later down the line once I, have the shiny charm and I have a foreign ditto for Masuda Method. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do as few hunts as possible with full odds, but being the first hunt, being, looking for a starter, I'm just toughing through full odds right now for this. Yeah, Clara, I was actually at the very beginning of stream, I was trying to figure out, I was like, why are my seasons different in my games? They're the same date, same time and everything. And yeah, the conclusion I kind of came to was like, I think maybe it has to do with the fact that one's a Japanese copy and one's English. So maybe it throws off how they calculate the seasons. That's all I could come up with. Because the other Japanese copy I have is also summertime in the game. So it kind of seems, it seems like a plausible possibility. Ooh, did not mean to do that. We got a couple Tepigs with nicknames here on accident. Yeah, I guess for Japan they just have the month of July is, well, you would think the month of July would always be summer no matter where it is. But I guess for some reason they decided for the English version to make July an autumn month. I don't know. I guess June was the summer month. I don't remember. No worries, no worries. Any amount of time you can stick around and hang out, it's all good with me. Trying to think, is there I just don't think there's any good plausible way for me to throw in my third DS here. I just don't think it would work out too well to go with 3 DSs anymore. Like, I really think the 2 is just the best strategy I can go with right now. Well, it'd be awesome if I knew anything about, modding and could somehow mod my DSs to connect to like a, Xbox controller or something, and then I could just run all the DSs at the same time off the same controller. I saw a TikTok about that, I think, the other day. Some dude had like 200 DSs or something like that. Insane. 200 DSs all connected to one controller, so you could do the same input for all 200 DSs for shiny hunting at the same time. Which, never mind the fact that, okay, that's cool that they modded it to do that. 200 DSs and 200 copies of Pokemon, that's a lot of freaking money. That's a lot of money. Like, even the cheap Pokemon games, that's a lot of money. You tried to do 200 copies of these games, you're sending yourself back, what, like $20,000 or something like that? What, it'd be 200 times, these games are going for like 160 each? Yeah, that's over 20K, I think. If you wanted to do Black 2, White 2, 200 copies, I think that's, if I'm doing the math correctly, it's even more than that. I feel dumb. I can't do the math off the top of my head. 160 times 200. No, that's even more than 20K, I think. I'm an engineer. I should know how to do this math off the top of my head better. I got a phone right here. I'm just going to throw it off. 200 times 160 bucks. Okay, so I wasn't too terribly far off, but like not on the money quite as. It's $32,000 if you wanted 200 copies of Black 2, White 2. Yeah, that's if you could get them for 60 bucks. They go on the secondhand market now for like $140 to $160. Which is just everyone. That's the going rate for Black 2, White 2 has been well over 100 something bucks for years now, just because they're kind of rare games in terms of Pokemon games. Like, they're not very good selling games, so there's not a lot of copies. I mean, there's millions of copies of them out there, but like in the grand scheme of Pokemon, there aren't nearly as many copies of Black 2, White 2 as there are of any other Pokemon game, really. So they cost money. You let anyone know, like, hey, there's not as many of these things out there as people would like, and everyone's like, oh, really? So it's worth money? Yeah, I remember about it was like 2 years ago. I was living in Wisconsin for like 4 months, and there was a video game store or whatever, like a family owned kind of video game store really nearby the hotel I was living out of. And yeah, they actually had a copy of White 2 there in the store with the case. They wanted 160 bucks for it. No, you're all good, Scott. How do you complete a shiny Lividex if some of them are shiny locked? You cheat. You if Nintendo says you can't get the shiny, you use other methods. But yeah, see ya, Scott. Thanks for dropping by. So yeah, obviously I'm only going to cheat for the ones that I truly cannot obtain. Like, unfortunately, Zekrom and Reshiram are shiny locked in these games. You cannot get them at all. which is really dumb. Why make the box arts shiny locked in their games? But they did. So in order to get shiny Reshiram and Zekrom, I'll have to use Action Replay and cheat. All right, Scott, sounds good. I can definitely go for another hour and a half, I want to say. We'll see if I go longer than that. I could go 2 hours. We'll see. I'm feeling pretty good right now, so maybe I'll see you again when you can roll back around. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Morning. As someone who was, see you, Scott. As someone who was born and raised in the southeast of the United States, I love snow. I don't get enough of it. I wish there was more of it in my life. It is too damn hot here. It is too damn hot. I need snow. I need some cool weather in my life. I mean, I know you said you're up in well, you're up in Canada, right? So you get snow, which, I mean, I've been to Buffalo, New York, during some pretty heavy snow, and I can see how it be, you know, with that crazy snow sometimes. But even all that snow was so much more enjoyable. Like, there have been days in the last few weeks that have been like 98 degrees and like 60-70% humidity. It is miserable down here sometimes, like right now. Oh, you live in the Caribbean. Nice. That's cool. I mean, yeah, I could see the shoveling getting annoying after a bit. But, you know. Yeah, I mean, I could see it. I guess one of the nice things is, like, when it does snow down here for us, it's like, you know, it's a free-for-all. The grocery stores, you know, everyone buys it. It's hilarious. It's like, and on the forecast for next week, we might have a 1/4 inch of snow. And everyone's like, oh my god, snow? Buy all the bread and milk in the grocery stores. And then, like, growing up, like, we would have school canceled over the possibility of snow. It wouldn't even snow. And then we still wouldn't have school. Ooh, geez. Flooding of the subways, that's down. How do you unflood a subway? I feel like they're not supposed to be flooded, so like, how do you get water out of something that's already like below ground as far as stuff's supposed to go? I mean, I would assume they have, you know, drainage in subways, but also it's like, how good can the drainage in subways be? There's not really supposed to be water down there anyways. I'm trying to think, so far in my life, I mean, currently I work from home, so if there's bad weather, I mean, I'm not going to the office anyways, so I don't gotta worry about that. I mean, it means that, you know, if there's bad weather, then I don't get free days off of work because I'm at home, so. But when I was having to go into the office, we got off of work one time because of a hurricane. I think that was it in terms of weather. would die for some, how do you, chamasuki? Is that how you say that? I'm gonna call you Chom, if that's cool. Yeah, this is, I mean, this is the first hunt. Yeah, the Tepig. We are a few streams deep and almost 1,200 encounters deep. But yep, this is the beginning of it. Beginning of it all. I was forgetting how to speak right there. Oh yeah, I guess being in the Caribbean, you weren't hit too terribly hard, hopefully, by that hurricane. I mean, it sounds like they're right there. You said you weren't, so that's good. Glad to hear that. That I saw that, what is it? The island of Curacao was hit pretty hard. Isn't that kind of where it first touched? I know that we're going on a cruise sometime next year, and that's one of the islands we're going to on the cruise, and we were like, ooh man, that might, I wonder if that, how their you know, ports and stuff and all their tourism that they have established for cruises, I wonder, you know, like how you know, how much were they hit by that storm. And I mean, it looked like they took some big damage. Ooh, sorry to hear about that, Chom. Yeah, life can be... Life and passwords and hacking and all that, that's just, yeah, I feel you. I've had days like that too, for sure. So I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, we, here in this stream, we talk about the most random, I mean, generally it's mostly Pokemon related that we talk about, but I mean, you know, we were just talking about weather right there. Snow, hurricanes, being insanely hot. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Mountains can definitely do that for you. Break up some of that devastation. I know. Thankfully, well, I haven't heard of anything in a second, but I know Houston was hit pretty bad by that hurricane coming to the States after it went through the Caribbean. All right, Scott. Sorry, I think this is kind of funny. You were gone for what, 5 minutes? You laid down, you let your head rest on that pillow for a few minutes, and you were like, you know what? It ain't happening. We back. I'm like that too. I feel you. I can kind of tell too. Like, if I don't lay down and instantly fall asleep, I know it's going to take me like an hour plus to actually, you know, get some sleep. Ooh. Hey, those power naps can be some life-altering occasions for sure. I've had that happen before as well, where I was asleep for maybe 15 minutes and I woke up like ready to just go. Then I've also had naps where I woke up and felt like I got hit by a bus. I think that was the other day. I woke up from a nap and I was like, I think I feel worse. I'm in the unfortunate stage right now where like for some like the weather really affects my sleeping. So when it's super warm like this and like the AC can't like the AC's keeping it cooler in the house, but like can't quite keep it as cool as I want it. I notice it affects my sleeping. Like I don't sleep as well when it's warm. But during the winter, oh, I sleep like a baby during the winter. Oh my goodness. Like when you get into bed and you're like chilly, it's cold, you get up in your blanket, get some good sleep that way. Meanwhile, right now it's so freaking hot. I'm like, get this blanket off of me. I want nothing on me. It is too warm to have, and I use like the thinnest blanket too. I don't use a thick blanket or comforter or anything when I sleep. Even that sometimes is like, it's too hot. I need less. Oh, don't tempt me. I love traveling. Never been to Scotland. I've been to England, but I've never been to Scotland. I find this so fascinating. Like, all of y'all are. I love it. Like, and the internet's so awesome. Like, so far, we have people from Canada here. We got people now learning in the Caribbean. We got Scotland now. I forget who it was that said they were from Australia. That's watched the stream fairly consistently. Was it Golden Bones that said that they're from Australia? Trying to remember. Yeah, I love how connected everything can be with bringing people from all over. But yeah, DK, I agree there. I have unfortunately kind of programmed my body to just run on like 6 to 7 hours of sleep. Yeah. And then we got Missouri in here, which is I've been to Missouri. I've been to Missouri a few times. I've been to Kansas City. I've been to St. Louis. And we got, I still don't know how to pronounce it, Crut, however. Now we got someone from New Zealand as well. We all over the place. Two to 3 hours? That, okay. Yeah, you might want to work on that. That's not a lot of sleep. If I was consistently getting 2 to 3 hours, I don't think I could walk straight. But yeah, I've been to a decent number of places throughout the US. I love traveling. I love exploring. I think it's super fun, super cool. And then outside the US, I mean, I've been on 2 cruises in my life that have taken me to the Bahamas, Mexico once, Puerto Rico, which I guess Puerto Rico is not out of the country for the U.S. It is one of our territories, so kind of it's still different though, exploring. And then I've been to England, and then last year I went to Iceland. That was pretty cool. And then as for the US, I mean, other than like the Pacific Northwest, I've been all over most of the country. $13.31% for a shiny encounter at the moment. I'll take that. I would love that. Oh, she got me again. That was one of those moments where I thought she was done talking and then she was giving me the Pokedex. Yeah, I mean, I like going out. Recently, I have been having that issue too, where when I'm specifically driving, I get kind of dizzy. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow actually to figure that out. I've been having that for a minute now. It's not the best, especially at night. Ooh, driving at night is rough for me. I'm getting old. I'm getting so old. I can't drive at night. It's too dark. It's me nowadays. I'm 28. Do you have another monitor? I mean, I have another monitor. Like, I'm looking at one monitor right now with OBS up for the stream. I got my chat right next to it. I do have another monitor up though. Like, I have the calculator for the encounters. I got the, what we call it, YouTube studio kind of thing for the stream, see the quality of it, and then got a YouTube tab open for the background music playing. So yeah, I got two monitors that I'm working with. I guess it's kind of like assuming that you are, on average get a shiny every 8,192 encounters, then, by this point you would have had a 13% chance of finding a shiny. I guess that's kind of the, like, yeah, because, you can go above 8,192 for sure, but it's kind of like, I guess when you clump together all the possibilities of getting a shiny, it's like, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but yeah, I mean, it is kind of like, it's making the assumption that at 8,192 you would have guaranteed gotten a shiny. So at this point, there's like, roughly 13%. Yeah, that would be funny. Like, how does soft resetting in real life work? I guess in real life, yeah, I don't know how that works. It's more like soft resetting in real life is just like throwing out a Tepig from the Pokeball, looking at the professor and being like, not that one, give me another one. Despite it being a low HP, which can sometimes be annoying, I love this remix. Speaking of low HP, the low HP theme in Generation 5, oh my goodness, chef's kiss. Gen 5 cooked with just the aesthetic of the game. Just cooked. And like the way that Gym Leader and like Elite Four, like the way their theme like intensifies on their last Pokemon, man, these games are just something. These games, they just do so. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, speaking of Iris, just the Iris champion fight, I don't know. I just think it's, to me, that I might be controversial, but I think behind Cynthia, Iris is the best champion fight in the series. Leon, I'll give it to Sword and Shield. I think Leon was pretty cool. I think he had a good team. But to me, like, you know, Cynthia is the, you know, like the champion fight. And then I think Iris is a close second, to be honest. And like for being a dragon type champion, Iris's team is pretty diverse and like stacked. Like it's not an easy just like, oh, just walk in there with an ice type and you're free to go. I mean, Aggron, Lapras. Now granted, you know, Archeops is weak to ice, but it is also super effective to it with a rock, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the point of Black 2 White 2 though. It's like it's a good meshing of everything. Like, you know, it's one of the few games where I don't mind the, you know, trainers and stuff like gym leaders having more diverse teams. Like, I don't know, there's some games where it's like, you know, Gen 2, it's like, okay, why does everyone have just Kanto Pokemon? Like, where's the Johto love? But this game, maybe it's because Black and White was purely Unova. I love how diverse the region feels in this game. You know, I like that, you know, Elisa has a Flaffy and Clay has, well, I don't remember if Clay has an Onyx just in the challenge mode game or fight, or if he has one normally. I think he has a Sandslash normally when he has an Onyx in the challenge mode. I don't know. I just think stuff like that's like, you know, cool. At least they're aces and like general, you know, in general the teams are Gen 5 related. I think it's honestly diabolical. I think that's pretty diabolical to do a Dragon Dance Sash Haxorus. Like, I can imagine a child playing the game, like, really struggling with that. Like, luckily, the AI is not the greatest, so I don't even think she's guaranteed to really Dragon Dance on the first turn, even though she has a Sash. But, like, if she does, and that Sash guarantees she lives, like, that thing can be a serious threat if you're not prepared for it. Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, Excadrill is just like really good against everything in general. So I mean, I don't think that's Iris's fault. I think that's just Excadrill being really freaking good. Yeah, I've seen a lot of those, you know, AI determines the strongest Pokemon trainers videos. I forget the YouTube channel that the kind of first ones I saw. I know recently Smith Plays Pokemon has been doing a lot of those kind of videos, but there were ones that another channel did that I really enjoyed. I liked not only how the, you know, they use the AI to determine everything, but then like their presentation in the video was incredibly good. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like the Gen 5 starters, especially Tepig. It's just not something I can relate to. Like maybe it is biased from these being my favorite games, but like I don't think, I mean, well, it's hard to say what the weakest set of 3 starters is. Like maybe it could be these 3, to be honest, even though like I do like them. Yeah, Asteroid has done some. There was another person who did a statistical like AI video where they determined the strongest trainers. I'm forgetting. They're not like a Pokemon related channel. I'm forgetting what they're called, what the channel was. They just make kind of like statistical videos like that or something like that. I don't remember. It's not someone I traditionally watch. I've just seen a couple of their videos. But yeah, I mean, in terms of starter trios, I don't know. I almost want to say I think Gen 6 is a weaker trio. Even though Greninja's really cool, like I kind of feel like Chestnut and Delphox drag that trio down a lot. Like I feel like Delphox and Chestnut are a lot worse, just like than Superior and, you know, Imbor and Samurott. Like I feel like maybe it makes them more equal. Greninja does carry that trio really hard. So it's tough to say, but I still like the trio of Unova starters, but I probably can admit they are a weak trio. I mean, Johto has a pretty weak trio as well, to be honest. Maybe is it just Meganium that's weak? Yeah, I mean, Superior is just incredibly good because of its ability. Contrary, like, before it got Contrary, Superior was dog water. Superior was not good without Contrary. That ability shot that Pokemon through the roof. But yeah, I agree. I think Unova's the best region as well. I also like Hoenn. I'm really a big fan of Hoenn as a region. I know it has a lot of water, which it can be a little bit of a bog kind of in the later part of the game with all the water, but even so, I still think Hoenn is a great region. Yeah, I mean, I get why they've kind of, you know, they did 4 straight regions based in Japan, and then they've gone outside of that since. I kind of would like for them to go back to Japan though for a region. I don't know. But then there are also a lot of other countries and areas they could go to as well. Is Tepig? Ooh, no. Tepig is not my favorite Pokemon. No. No, the Tepig line isn't even probably in my top 5 starters. It's just this is the game I wanted to do a shiny living dex in, and Tepig's my favorite starter of these 3. So that's what I'm going with. And Tepig is the best shiny, or at least Embor is the best shiny of these 3. So yeah, no, my favorite Pokemon is that Dragonite. My favorite Pokemon's Dragonite. But I don't know if I could say Gen 7 has the strongest, well, I guess these are encounters number 1200. I should do something special for these, right? I think I should do something special for these instead of just going through them like I have been. But yeah, I don't know if I could say Gen 7 is the strongest starter trio. Incineroar is incredibly good. VGC, we all, you know, Wolfie VGC has made sure we all know that. But like, Decidueye and Primarina are in, you know, oh, I forgot you did call encounter 1200 or 1205. Do I want to do something special for both of them? What do I want to do? All right, I will go with, we're gonna go with the Victini coin right now for encounters number 1199 and 1200. So we're gonna go, oh, which one is which? Japanese on the left will be heads for Victini, and then English on the right will be tails. So let's see. Encounter number 1199 will be tails. So we got the English copy. That's what I said, right? Yeah. Okay, so what is encounter 1199 coming from our ad? I just flipped the coin to flip the coin, but 1199, not a shiny, unfortunately. But that is a-okay because 1200 is a much better number. I mean, 1199, 11999, a lot of, you know, a lot of repeating there. That is pretty cool. We got a, no, not a female, but that's all right. And then not a shiny, unfortunately, for 1200, but that's okay because we have a call of 1205. I need to get better at this. Sometimes I need to get, I need to not trip over my words so much, so I can build the moment a little more intensely. I was doing it really good the other day. It's okay, I'll build the moment better when we actually get to encounter 1205. Two of the 3 starters from Gen 7. What, I'm trying to think, what other than Incineroar being incredibly good in VGC, how have Primarina and Decidueye broken competitive Pokemon? Okay, let's see. I unfortunately do not have a Tepig plush. Generally, I don't generally buy too many plushes that aren't just randomly found in store. In fact, I don't think I've ever ordered a plush offline. And I do have, I mean, I got a fair bit of them behind me, but I'm not like the most insane plush collector in the world. It's really just Dragonite. Most of those Pikachus come from my fiance when she's just randomly gotten them for me for like birthdays and Christmases and stuff. Actually, I don't think a single one of those Pikachus I've actually bought myself. So yeah, I got a good amount of Dragonite stuff. I got the big Squishmallow. And I don't know if you all can see them. I have a Dratini and Dragonair back there. I did buy these, you know, Umbreon and Espeon, if I can get my fingers right there. I do need to get a Sylveon to go in there because I have the Espeon, Sylveon, and Umbreon pop figure in here. So I need a Sylveon plushie to complete the kind of trio of both. And I think I forgot to do an encounter right there. There we go. And then I have some Kanto starter plushies up there. Just, I don't know. They make a lot of Kanto starter plushies, and these were kind of different. So I was like, oh, I'll pick them up. And then they had some silver ones for the 25th anniversary. I was like, okay, yeah, I can buy those as well. No, I don't have a Leafeon. I just have Sylveon, or not Sylveon. I have some Eevees over here, and then I have Espeon, Umbreon over there. Nothing else. But we are at encounter number 1205, which good old Evil Mariothin has called as our shiny encounter. So Mario, I'm gonna let you. We're gonna see if you and Fate are on the same page here. So Mario, which game do you think the shiny will come from? Is it gonna be our Japanese copy on the left, or is it gonna be the English copy on the right? Let Mario make their call. Japanese on left, English on right. The vibes dictate the Japanese. Well, let's see. Actually, we'll try something there. We'll see if Professor Juniper agrees. Do the vibes connect with Japanese? And we'll say Japanese is going to be tails this time. English is going to be heads. So, shoot, almost sent that way over my head. Okay, well, I said Japanese was tails, right? So the vibes have spoken. Japanese is clearly the game. And for encounter number 1205, do we get a shiny Tepig? It has to happen one of these days. Like the clip's going to go crazy when we get it. It's truly going to go crazy. I guess we'll hold up this one too and see what happens. 1206? Nah, unfortunately no. Okay, so we're at 1206 now. 1206. Man. I think this might be the deepest I've ever made it into by far actually. This is by far the deepest I've ever made it into a shiny hunt. Because all the shiny hunting I did in like Gen 6 was very much under these odds. And then the only real shiny hunting I've done in games with these odds are Heart Gold, Soul Silver, which makes things super easy anyways. But it was still a quick hunt nonetheless. So yeah, this is by far the deepest I've made it into a shiny hunt. And I can only imagine we will get so much deeper, so much deeper than this. But yeah, maybe I should invest in a Tepig. Try and find the Tepig sitting cutie that they have. You know, those sitting cuties they release on the Pokemon Center. They've done all of Generation 5. I've looked into picking up some of those before, but I could pick up a Tepig sitting cutie maybe. I don't know where I'd put it on the desk, like that you could actually really see it. All right, Mario, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good night. All right, DK, thanks for stopping by. I imagine I'll see you next time as well. Because I don't know. I'll keep the morale high, but I have a feeling the shiny's not coming tonight, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong. But yeah, it is past midnight for me as well. It is 12:15 a.m. But we're just getting started. You New Zealanders and your time difference. that is wild that it's already, you know, the mid-afternoon over there, and it barely just turned July 19th for us. And so interesting. That sounds like such stoner thoughts. Oh, so interesting how the world works. Time's so different across the world. Friday afternoon. I mean, I guess it's winter for y'all there, right? That is also crazy because it's the heat of summer for us, and I guess right now is y'all's winter because of where you are. You know, I'm northern hemisphere, y'all are southern hemisphere. Now go for it. I think it's like what? I don't know anything about Dragon. I was going to say it's like charging a spirit bomb. If we all shiny hunt, then we all have shiny luck. But I don't know if that's how that works. I've never watched Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, whatever you want to call it. But no, go ahead, bust out a shiny hunt. I don't mind. The more, the merrier. But yeah, it basically, it kind of is. There are these two islands between Alaska and Russia, and they're like, I forget if they're one's like US, one's Russian, and they're literally separated by 2 miles, but the time zone differences cut between them. And so the Russian one is like as far into the time zone as you can get, like in the day, and then the US one is as far back as you can get. So they're 2 miles apart, but they're literally like as far apart in time as you can. So literally just traveling 2 miles takes you like forward and backwards in time, which is just weird. I don't know if I explained that very well. Ooh, man, sometimes you just gotta throw out some good old back cracks to keep yourself fresh and good. Although it didn't crack nearly as much as I was expecting or wanting it to. Okay, that one did something up there. Whew. But yeah, time travel is always like such a it's so complicated and hard to explain. It's hard to explain like when you feel like you really understand how time travel concept is supposed to work in like a show or universe, and you're trying to explain it to someone who doesn't really get it. It's so difficult. Like I don't know if anyone here is in the middle of watching Attack on Titan, is planning on watching it, doesn't want spoilers, but like there's some, you know, I don't know. I guess I won't. I guess I kind of alluded to it, so I really don't want to throw out spoilers because it's such a great show. I wouldn't want to ruin it for anyone. So yeah, I guess I won't move forward and say any more. Yeah, I really don't want to spoil anything for anyone. Just lost a bunch of viewers, so did I just scare off some people who were like, "Oh no, I don't want to hear Attack on Titan spoilers. Goodbye." At least it seemed like the viewer count went down. I don't know if it actually did or if the studio's just weird. $1,220. Goodness me. You know, I don't really think it matters, but I just kind of feel like doing it. I'm gonna do that whole like RNG reset thing where I'm gonna let the games run for a second. We're just gonna chill for a second. We're gonna let these sit here, let some time pass. I'm gonna create like a new save point, and then we're gonna move forward with the resets from there. So I don't really think I need to do this, but I just kind of feel like it. So while we wait here for, I don't know, not too terribly long, but just a little bit of time. What can I talk about? Yeah, I can show off some Pokemon cards if anyone wants to look. I've had these cards sitting on my desk for a minute. I don't know if anyone cares, but let's see. We'll do all the ones in the top loaders, I guess. Let's see. I don't know how I can see those, but yeah. I'm a pretty avid Pokemon card collector for anyone that is unaware. So we got Garchomp. I don't know how well you can see that. So we're losing viewers. I don't think I should be doing this. But anyways, this Garchomp's cool. I think we've taken enough time. Okay, I'll go back into the resets. But while we wait for the game to save, this Tyranitar is also very cool. Oh, I went into the bag, not the, I haven't gotten any Pokemon yet. Forgot I needed that. Did I save? Okay, I'm gonna save again. The classic, did I save? Okay, we're gonna save again, and then we're gonna keep going. Oh no, I have a bit more than a few Pokemon cards. Yeah, in my day, how many, would I say 100,000 Pokemon cards have passed through my hands in the day? I don't know, that is a lot. I've opened a lot of packs as well, and there's like 10 cards at least per pack. I don't think I've opened 10,000 packs though. I gotta be close though. Like I gotta be 50 to 60,000 cards that I've like. Obviously, most of them are not worth anything. They're just commons that you kind of like get rid of and donate to a card shop or sell your bulk. But yeah, between all the packs I've ripped over the years and cards I've bought, through eBay and stuff like that, I feel like I have to be between 50 to 60,000 Pokemon cards that like passed through my hands. Not nearly as obsessed as I used to be. I'm still like very much into them, but I've learned to control my spending when it comes to picking up cards. Ooh, man. There was a time where I just couldn't stop the impulses. I was going to Target or Walmart every other day, if not daily, to buy stuff to open, and going to card shops and picking up raw cards and buying stuff off eBay. There was a time where I was just a fiend for Pokemon cards. Nice, nice. No worries, no worries. Sorry, I missed that. You have a golden Garchomp card. The, well, I guess, is it newer? Like, is it the Garchomp that has like the Terrastal thing on it, the like water type Terrastal crown or whatever they call it, the full art kind of gold from I think it's Paradox Rift is a recent set that is a gold Garchomp has come from. Or you could be talking about the water type one. Gotcha. There is a very valuable older Garchomp from the black and white era of TCG. It's not, the border's gold, not the whole card. But it's a really cool secret rare, like gold border Garchomp card that I've wanted to get for years, and I just haven't gone through and actually gotten it. There are just so many Pokemon cards that I've been telling myself for years I would get, and I just never done it. Gold Iron Valiant, nice, nice. Do I have any? I don't think I have any gold cards over here in this stack. Had some rainbows. So like, have this rainbow Shadow Rider Calyrex sitting over here. We got a rainbow Candace, whatever joke you want to make about that. Got this shiny Scizor, Japanese, from one of the recent sets. And I collect a lot of older stuff too, not just modern. Let's see, what older cards do I have? Oh, these are really cool. Got the legend pieces. I'm kind of blocking my mic with my arm, but got the legend pieces from Heart Gold, Soul Silver era. Darkrai on the top, Cresselia on the bottom. Put them together to make one card artwork. Picked these up recently. They're super cool. Bunch of. Ooh, I really like older Japanese cards, like really old ones, just the kind of basic hollows. I really like these as well. So, Rocket's Moltres from the team. No, it's from the gym, not Team Rocket. Yeah. That's some of the kind of stuff I have. Anyways, okay, we'll get back to the encounters. Sorry. If you let me get on a tangent about Pokemon TCG, I can talk forever. How many encounters do you think for your shiny hunt? So you said you're doing Johto starters. Is in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or like Crystal? Which game are you playing? Heart gold. Are you counting? So like when you say 212 encounters, you mean 212 resets, or like, you know, are you every reset you're multiplying by 3, so you've done the 3. I don't know what 212 divided by 3 would be. Multiplying by 3. How many encounters do I predict it'll take you to get that? So I'm going to say this. I think that it's going to take you, let's see the math. I think that it'll take you a total of 724 resets, which times 3. So I think it'll take you 2,172 encounters. That's going to be my call. I'm not trying to burden you with a longer hunt, but it's just what I felt. But I mean, hey, I already kind of deleted it. What did I say again? I said it would take 724 resets. Is that what I said? Times 3? Yeah. 2,172. That is how many encounters I think it'll take to get the get a shiny in Heart Gold Soul Silver for you. Just my guess I'm throwing out there. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that Crown Zenith box, but I would, yeah. I haven't pulled a super crazy Pokemon card in a while, and pulling a Moonbreon would be, yeah, that's one I never pulled. I never had much luck with Evolving Skies. Outside of, I did pull the Dragonite alt art from Evolving Skies. It's the only one I've actually pulled myself, so I guess you could say that is pretty lucky because Dragonite's my favorite Pokemon, so like, I needed that card. I have every single English Dragonite card that's been released, so I needed that for my collection, so it was pretty cool, and I pulled it really quickly, but then I've never pulled a single EV Evolution alt art from Evolving Skies. I pulled the Medicham once from like a stream that I bought into for packs. I got rid of that card forever ago. And then that's really it. Those are the 2 alt arts from Evolving Skies I've had in my life. And then forever kicking myself back when it first came out. The Moonbreon was below $200 when the set first came out. It was actually the Rayquaza VMAX that was the most expensive card in the set when it first came out. And then I was like, they're too expensive. I'm not going to pick them up. And now the freaking Moonbreon is keeps going up in price. It makes no sense. So now I'm just at the point where it's like, I don't think I'm ever going to buy a Moonbreon. I'd have to somehow get lucky and pull it, but there's not much Evolving Skies out there in product to open anymore. But what's up, Daniel? How's it going? Ooh. Scoot forward and sit back a little bit. Then nice. Was it a decent work shift? Nothing too stressful and work? nothing too work about work today? Hey, this is nothing. We're only 1,200 resets into what could be technically, you know, if we got it right now, we'd be doing pretty well. If we got the Tepig at this moment. because we're really only at an eighth of the odds. So I would not complain at all if we got a Tepig right now. Oh, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have done something special for 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I doing? That's okay. We did a bunch of special stuff at the beginning of the 200s. I think we're okay. We're good there. Shiny Cyndaquil. Yeah, when I did my Soul Silver hunt, I wanted either Totodile or Cyndaquil, and of course I got Chikorita, so I won't complain too much. Bayleaf is my favorite middle stage starter of all time, so you know, I like the Chikorita line enough that I was like, okay, cool. I got a Bayleaf. I like Bayleaf. I think it's because Ash's Bayleaf was pretty cool in the anime, from what I remember, from when I was really young and that portion of the anime was coming out. Yeah, right now, what kind of... I don't really have too many alt arts in my collection anymore, unfortunately. I has a little bit of a dummy, and I sold a bunch of alt arts that I've had over the years. Like, I try not to think about it too much, but like looking back on it, I've had a good number of alt arts that I've gotten rid of. Because I was just like, not really understanding the weight of how cool and rare they were, and also I was like, oh, they're worth a lot of money, I can sell them and make money to open more packs. That's how addicted I was. I was like, screw the cool cards, I just want to open more packs. So yeah. Do I have a stream schedule? Absolutely not. No, I do not, unfortunately. I stream when I can and when I feel like it. I try to do at least every other day. Last week I did Thursday and Friday. We'll see if I do that again this week. I should probably have time to stream tomorrow. We'll see. But no, I'm all over the place when it comes to streaming, and time is just kind of whatever works. Like, I would love to be more consistent, but also I feel like that just puts too much stress on like something that should just be kind of casual and fun. Like, I don't need to be stressed about like ensuring I make a scheduled time or whatever. Just do, what works for me. Dang, that's a really unfortunate spot to get a shiny in. Dang, that's pretty sweet having Gen 4 is a pretty underrated era of the Pokemon TCG, so I think there's a lot of value in the Gen 4 era of the TCG, because that was a really low time for them. Like, Gen 3 and Gen 4 were a pretty low time for the Pokemon TCG, so a lot of those level X's from the Generation 4 era, not a lot of them graded, and they're hard to grade as well. Actually, I have some Japanese Gen 4 level X's sitting over here. So we got good old Arceus, good old Arceus for any M&J TV fans out there. We got a Garchomp level X. I'm getting away from the camera. We got a nice Regigigas, Heatran, there's Magius, and then that's Gen 3 reverse holo right there. But yeah, it's a really underrated era, the Gen 4. Gen 4 cards. Do I have a Pokemon yet? Nope. I need to actually talk to her and grab that. Yeah, Driftveil City. I don't know. I kind of like that 2 themes from Generation 5 turned into memes. You got the Accumula Town, the Furret Walk, and then Driftveil City, which just went crazy on TikTok with the dancing Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, Gen 5 is just bangers in general for music. Like they do really well. They go really hard. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Gen 5 is great music, yeah. I think Gens 3, 4, and 5 were like the peak of Pokemon music. Like, it's really good and fun nowadays. Like, I think that, they have pretty good music in modern games. But something about Gens 3, 4, and 5, those really hit in the... Specifically 3 and 5 to me. Gen 4 is good as well. Yeah, there are probably a lot of people like that when everything went crazy in 2020 and all the prices of Pokemon cards skyrocketed. I'm sure there were tons of people who were like, oh my god, I had a massive collection of Pokemon cards back in the day, and I let my mom get rid of it for 20 bucks. Now, granted, most people probably didn't have the cards and in good enough condition to, like, make them a millionaire, but... if you somehow did keep a hold of your childhood cards and you had really good ones and you were not a crazy child who destroyed their cards when playing with them, I mean, yeah, you could have walked yourself into a little bit of a fortune with Pokemon cards in 2020 without even meaning to. But probably very few people out there just happen to have a first edition Charizard sitting around in perfect condition. You either went out of your way to collect that card and like get it graded, or yeah, that's basically it. I don't think many people just stumbled into that. Yeah, I've heard of EB games. There's a Dragonite card that was exclusively released, at least a version of it was exclusively released through EB Games, and I had to pick one up. So I bought the card from someone in New Zealand off eBay, and they shipped it here. I mean, it was a decent bit ago. The Dragonite card came out. It was probably over a year ago, I'd say. I don't remember exactly when it was. But yeah, it was like a recent Dragonite promo. It's a basic card from a set, but it just has an EB Games like stamp on it. At least I think I bought it from New Zealand. Or did I buy it from someone in the US who bought it from someone in New Zealand? I don't remember. I know I have it, but I don't remember where exactly it came from. I mean, yeah, sometimes it's good to just kind of zone out on the shiny hunting and just let it happen, entertain myself, talk about something else, and just let the shinies roll in. I mean, shoot, I can't believe... When did I start streaming? 10 o'clock? I can't believe I've almost been streaming for 3 hours. It is kind of like flown by this stream. Yeah, I don't remember what the other promo card was, but yeah, I have that Dragonite. That one Dragonite card in particular, I don't know why they're like just Nintendo, whoever is obsessed with that card, but I think from what I remember, it's from a Silver Tempest, at least that's the name of the English set, and it is the most variants of a Dragonite card ever released. I think there are 6 different versions of that card. Before that, I think it was like 5 was the record, or the, you know, not the record, but there were some cards that had 5 variants, but this one has 6. Because there in the set, there's the Hollow, there's the Reverse Hollow, there's shoot, what are all the variants? I have them. Oh, I don't have them all. There's one I still need to get that I've been meaning to pick up. It's like $1. I don't know why I haven't bought it yet. But yeah, they've released. It came out, you know, 2 times in the set, Hollow and Reverse Hollow, and then they've released it as 4 different promos. It's like the GameStop promo that came out in the US. There's the EB Games promo that came out in like New Zealand. Then there's just one that has the Silver Tempest stamp on it that came out in Europe. And then they released a Pokemon League, like Players Club, whatever version with the kind of like player emblem in the bottom. So yeah, 6 versions of that card. 4 promo versions, kind of. So it's like they really like printing that card for promotional needs. Thank you, Scott. Arceus do be blessed. Here, why is there any way? I doubt y'all will be able to see it if I actually put it up. Any way for me to throw this Arceus card in the background? Kind of like watch over the stream. So I don't know if y'all will be able to see it because of how I have to do the. No, y'all can't see it at all. It doesn't really show up on this camera well because of I have to change the exposure settings and stuff in order for it to look good for the DS screens. So that's why my desk and like the layout or the camera around the DS's looks really dark, but my background is obviously like much lighter. So I have to change the exposure settings on my webcam to actually make the screens visible. What's up, Scott? You find your shiny? Ooh. All right, Tepig. Once again, no luck. Once again, no luck, no luck, no luck. Realize I have a Pokemon card that went for nice. Like I need to. 1 second. I'm gonna adjust. I have a little fan sitting over here. I'm gonna adjust it real quick. It's not really pointing at me. It's kind of just shooting up and above my desk. I need to actually pointing at me. Okay. Hopefully that should be better. Maybe. Slightly. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it too much better for myself. Oh man. Let's get up nice and close. I think the wheel on my chair came dislodged again. One of the wheels on my chair is kind of broken. Comes loose and like flips over. I can feel when I lean back that the chair's leaning back more in one direction than the other. Probably the wheel's over there right now. Oh man. Did I do the encounters? I think I added the encounters for that one, right? Did I go up by 2? Okay, yeah, now I can really feel the chair like leaning back. I don't like this. It's like leaning in a weird direction. And I feel like I need to adjust it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust this. This is getting a little awkward for me. Yep, just as I thought. Just as I could tell sitting there. It was on the right side and it was making me lean back weird. There we go, much better. I can also move the chair around better now. Now, why would they go jumping on chairs and knock them down stairs? Is it for the rhymes? That was a bad dad joke. If that even constitutes as a joke, I don't think that was funny whatsoever. Yeah. No clue what I am saying. We running late. We running late here. Yeah, of course. I mean, sure, I could take the action replay and make every single Pokemon shiny super easily and be like, oh, I got a living shiny dex. Where's the fun in that? There's no achievement in that. It's just like, oh, you know, I used the cheat code to make everything shiny. You know, you gotta put in some hard work. You gotta earn it. You gotta earn the right to say I have a living shiny dex. But even some of the shiny locked Pokemon, you can actually use cheat codes to unlock the shiny and then hunt the Pokemon. So like shiny Victini is technically, you know, it's shiny locked. Victini is, even though you like encounter it with the event. You know, that event takes you to like Liberty Garden or something like that. Victory Garden? I don't remember what it's called. So it's like, yeah, you encounter Victini, but it's never shiny. No matter how much you soft reset for it, it's locked. But there is a cheat code you can use through the action replay that removes the shiny lock on Victini so you can hunt it. So it's like, technically it's still an illegal shiny, but you actually hunted it. So, you know, he had to put in the work to get it. I looked it up on YouTube. Someone did it. They shiny hunted the Victini, and they had the action replay codes for removing the shiny lock in their description. So whenever we get around to Pokemon Black and White, I'll be doing that for Victini. But it also, like, I'll be nervous the entire time doing that Victini hunt, because, like, if the code doesn't work or whatever, you know, I could just be sitting there soft resetting for literally no reason. You know, if it's the code's not properly, you know, doing its thing, then I'm just sitting there shiny hunting for a Victini that'll never show up. So, you got to make sure we try and avoid that somehow. I don't know how you check that, but man, I'm jealous. Heart Gold, Soul Silver resets are so quick to get through. I don't know why they didn't make that just a thing for all Pokemon games. Like, why are those the only games where you can see the shiny from the starter select screen? You know, why isn't it like that here? You know, I gotta actually go through the process of picking up the Tepig and checking it out. It's like, you could just show me if it's a shiny from the pictures when we first open up the bag. Nice, nice. This is a nice theme and a nice cover. I might take it out of the playlist though. It's a little, maybe it's, I mean, it's not bad having some slow songs in the playlist, but it is a little bit like, oh, it's so serene. I kind of need more energy for this. Keep everything lively. That's so nice. I don't know. It's hard to say. Let's see. Gotta try and keep myself awake and motivated somehow, so the music definitely helps. I think what I'll probably do, I think we'll get to 1,300 encounters. I've never gotten to 300 encounters in the stream before, so, well, I guess technically 300 encounters would be getting to 1310, because we started at 1010. We'll see. Yeah, I think I might go to 1,300 encounters, and then I think that's when I'll call it a night. Nice. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. I'm a tiny bit curious to the roughly 5 or so people that are chilling in the chilling in the stream kind of consistently. I mean, you know, no one has to chat. I don't know. I'm sitting here like, you know, my background music for some people, or background noise for some people working, some people hanging out. You know, some people out there just on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. I do that so often. I don't know. Anyone that's just been lurking in the stream, what you been doing? Just chilling. Spicy ramen. That does actually. Yeah, I kind of made ramen for dinner. It was ramen noodles, but I put oh, what did I put in there again? What did I make for? I'm blanking over here. What I made for dinner. Okay, yeah, it was ramen noodles with fried. Yeah, it was like fried like chicken nuggets. I didn't, I'm no chef. I, boiled some water to make the noodles and then put some pre-cooked, like Costco brand. I wouldn't call them chicken nuggets, but I mean, they're effectively, oh, I'm clicking all the wrong buttons here. They're effectively kind of like chicken nuggets. 28-year-old putting chicken nuggets in the ramen. But yeah, it was ramen noodles, fried chicken bites, and some cashews was my dinner. Oh, nice, nice. And there we go, we got them. We got the little guys here. I need to remember on my right hand to switch up and use my middle finger sometimes for pressing the button, because I'm like exclusively using my pointer finger, and it's starting to like, I can like feel the area of my skin that's pressing the button. It's like getting smooth. I need to switch up the finger I'm using. Well, I'm kind of doing the same thing with the middle finger on my left hand, but it's not getting the same kind of feeling for some reason. Dang, is this Area Zero arrangement been going on for 10 minutes now, or do I got two different kind of, no, it must have been something else I got confused for. Maybe I have two different Area Zero remixes in here. I don't remember. I swear I just looked down and it said Area Zero, but... I appreciate that, Scott. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, I feel you there. I don't think you've I don't think you've ever. Am I saying? Is it Crut? Would you pronounce your name Crut or Crute? Anyways, I feel you. I was pretty dang full after my my ramen meal as well. First one, okay, Crut. Gotcha. Cut with an R, Crut. Okay. We'll steadily get there. We've been on, it's been on the rise. Every stream so far, it's been pretty good for the sub count. So really appreciative of that. I'm sure give it, there are 2 or 3 weeks. I think we can get to 100. Seems the kind of pace that the sub count's been rising. Which is so much better than I expected, to be honest. Like, I tried streaming some Kaizo Ironmon stuff before I did this, and the streams gotten like no traction here on YouTube. But then these streams have been so great. Like I've had a lot of fun with these. I was having a lot of fun with the Kaizo Ironmon too, don't get me wrong, but like no one was watching the YouTube streams for that. So it's just kind of me chilling here. It was interesting. When I was doing the Kaizo Ironmon stuff, I was streaming on YouTube and TikTok. TikTok was pretty active, where here was not on YouTube. But then I tried doing TikTok and YouTube for the shiny hunting, and YouTube's been so much better than TikTok has, or was. I stopped streaming on TikTok the last like 3 streams just because it was not really, I don't know. I guess no one on TikTok has the patience to sit here and watch someone just shiny hunt. Which I get it. When I'm on TikTok as well, you know, there's some people I follow that do stream shiny hunting on there, and I always pass it up as well. So I can't really blame anyone. But the goal, the plan after Tepig is to go to the Flockacy, the Flockacy Ranch. There are a lot of really good shinies over there, and so that'll be the next hunt, because the ranch has Riolu, Mareep, Psyduck, and Azurill, and all 3 of those have really good shinies. Or at least Azurill's fine. Azurill's shiny is fine. It's more Azumarill shiny that's really good. Meanwhile, like Mareep shiny is really good. Flaffy's is okay, but then Ampharos is back to being really good. Psyduck is the far superior shiny from its line. Golduck's is not that great. And then, I mean, Riolu's just Riolu and Lucario, so, you know, getting that as a golden Riolu and Lucario would be cool. So the next hunt will be for any of those 4, really. Whichever one comes first will be what we go with. But there is also Lillipup and Pidove in that grass, so I think those are the only other 2 encounters in that grass. So I could get a shiny Lillipup or Pidove, and if I do that, I mean, it'll count towards the, you know, shiny living dex, which will be nice, but I'm not going to move on from the hunt, you know. Basically, it'll be like, what, phases? You know, the first phase, if it ends in a Lillipup, then we just start phase 2, where we go for one of the 4 we actually want. I can just see it now. Like, we haven't even got through this Tepig hunt. I can see it now. I'm gonna get, like, the first shiny I'm gonna get in the ranch. It's gonna be Pidove. It's gonna be, like, the last one I would want to encounter. It's gonna be the green Pidove. Like, the really weird green. Azurill has a much better green. Like, you said, Azumarill has the better shiny, but Azurill's green is still fine. Pidove's green, I don't know, it's weird. I don't like Pidove's shiny. But I'm probably putting it out into the universe now that Pidove will be the one I get. Yeah, I mean, I could totally do that, for sure. Name shinies after people in stream, in chat. And yeah, 100% will do that. Which, unfortunately for this Tepig, I won't be able to do that because I'm skipping over doing the nicknames. Just because I can't take the time to do a nickname every single encounter. That would just add so much time to the hunt. So Tepig, unfortunately, won't receive a nickname. If I get it in the English copy of Black 2, then at the name rater, eventually I could add a subscriber nickname to it. And but if it comes in the Japanese copy, then it's just going to be a Japanese Tepig. I mean, I don't really know how I would do that. But I wouldn't want to, you know, I don't want to tamper with legitimate shinies in the game. outside of the ones that I like have to cheat for because, you know, they're unobtainable, I don't want to do anything to the legit shinies. One sec, I'm gonna stretch real quick. If I can get there's like a thing I do to the lower part of my right side of my back. It's a little tight. You kind of like stretch it out a little bit like this, but it's not great. This is what you have to look forward to when you get older, by the way, for if you're a younger person out there. You get to stretch while you're on stream. Yeah, that did wonders. My back it already feels instantly better. If I can scoot forward anymore to get close enough. $1,282. I was thinking there for a second. I was instead of stopping at 1,300 encounters, I'm gonna get us to 1,331. That's where we're gonna end the stream today. I'm gonna go to 1,331. I just like it. It's fun. It'll be fun to end the stream on a different kind of number. Also, I was kind of thinking about resetting the counter in the 1300s to go up by whatchamacallit, odd numbers instead of evens like we've been doing. Just to throw a loop in some things, spice it up. I think once we get to 1300, I'll throw off a singular reset on one of the games to get us to 1301, and then we start going up from 2 by 2 from there. Or I could just wait till, nah, yeah, we'll do that. I just realized I'm shocked that both of these DSs have made it this long into the stream. Especially the Japanese one. I feel like this Japanese one always dies quicker than the... That's kind of funny. I have my Japanese game in my English DS, and I have my English game in my Japanese DS. Got a third DS over here just hanging out, not needing its assistance at all. Oh, Scott, you must have missed it while you went over. I'm actually going to go to 1331 encounters instead of just 1300. I was just thinking about it. I was like, 1331 seems like a fun number to end off on. So instead of going to 1300, we'll go to 1331. Nice. I do find that really interesting. You can, like, I can see the YouTube analytics for like what videos people were watching before they came into mine. It's like a part of the analytics in the studio. And I like to go look through that sometimes to see what content people were watching before they ended up at mine, because it's quite interesting. Most of it is Pokemon related, but then, you know, every single video, there's at least one or two Mr. Beast videos that people came from to watching. And then yeah, there's always just some random stuff in there. I'm just like, how did that person end up from that to this? It's really interesting. So stretch out the back a little bit. I also find it really interesting when I see videos that people come from that are like videos I know I've watched, but they're really old. Like I've gone to the analytics before and I've seen like Pokemon videos I know I've watched that are like 3 or 4 years old. And I just find it interesting that, like, you know, people are checking out older content and then end up in my streams or whatnot. Nice, 336. You're flying. You were flying through those encounters. I'm jealous. What's up, Daniel? We got about a little under 50 more encounters to go before I'll call it a night. So we got a decent bit to go still. I'm gonna go to 1331 encounters. I forgot I had this song in this playlist. I don't really know the underground theme all that much. I never did much with the underground whenever I played Gen 4. It was just something I kind of ignored. I don't know why. Oh, that just made me think, how am I going to do Spiritomb? I think, what? Gen 4, yeah, the center region. I think that's the only place you can get Spiritomb at this point. That's going to be... I'm going to have to figure out how to do all that. This just made me realize I'm going to have to figure out all the underground stuff to get Spiritomb as a... just to show up. And then we'll have to, I guess, soft reset for it, yeah. Unless, can you breed Spiritomb? Maybe you can breed Spiritomb with Ditto. I know Spiritomb's genderless, but I think you can still breed it with Ditto, right? Maybe it depends on if it's in an egg group or not. I'll have to figure that out. Because I think if it would be a cool hunt to do, like soft resetting for Spiritomb. But I do want to limit the number of full odds hunts I do, so if I can breed it with Ditto, I might just grab one of them to breed in this game with, you know, increased odds. We'll see. Your uncle hacked all of the DSs? Or I want to get a shiny Luminous, but I don't have another DS. Why did they hack all the DSs? But nice. Having all the DS Pokemon games is pretty cool. I'm a little short. I don't have quite all of them. I'm probably, I guess, actually closer to like 50% on them. I don't have Diamond. I don't have Heart Gold, I don't have Black, and I don't have White too. So I have Pearl Platinum, Soul Silver, White, and Black too. So 5. I'm gonna add losing a little bit of steam over here. I can definitely tell, yeah, we're getting towards the end. But oh man. Pull my sleeves down. My arm is getting a little getting some indents on them from the desk. Oh, double female, let's go. Yeah, doing a shiny living dex in Soul Silver would be cool too. I actually think it would be really neat to try and do a crystal shiny living dex, just because I kind of like. There's a method to make shiny hunting in Gen 2 pretty easy and quick, because I'm trying to remember what it was, how exactly it works. Basically, when you breed, because like Gen 2 shinies are based on DV values. So like in Gens 1 and 2, there were no IVs, there were DVs. They're like roughly the same, but instead of 0 to 31, they were 0 to 15 or 1 to 15, something like that. And so literally in Gen 2, shinies were technically better than non-shiny Pokemon generally, because like you had to have certain DV values to get Gen 2 shinies, and those DV values were like higher on, you know, typical Golden Bones. What's up? Oh, I just realized I like hit my camera or something at some point. When did I do that? So yeah, DV values determined if you got a shiny in Gen 2, and because DVs are like passed on when you breed in a like higher rate, if you breed a shiny with another Pokemon, you're more likely to get a shiny or something like that. So if you can get a Ditto, a shiny Ditto, then you're able to more quickly breed shinies in Gen 2. Yeah, Bones. Well, it's DVs in Gen 2, where it's like the equivalent of IVs, but from back then. But yeah, DVs affect shiny, being shiny in Gen 2, and because of that, if you breed a shiny, you can increase the odds of getting a shiny. So what you do is you get the guaranteed shiny red Gyarados from Generation 2, you trade it back to a Generation 1 game, because you can do that. You can trade between Gens 1 and 2, so you can trade Gyarados. Yeah, you trade the shiny Gyarados from the Lake of Rage back to a Generation 1 game. You make sure Gyarados only knows the move Mimic, I think it is. You get into a battle with a Ditto. Ditto uses Transform to have Mimic. Gyarados uses Mimic to get Transform. I don't know if I'm explaining it completely right, but essentially, you do something to basically copy your Gyarados DVs onto that Ditto, and then when you catch it and transfer it to Generation 2, it's shiny. So you can actually do a living shiny. Maybe I should have done a living shiny living dex in Generation 2. That would have been cool, just because, like, you know, you do that whole Gyarados trick by trading it back to Gen 1, getting the shiny Ditto, trading it to Generation 2, and then using that shiny Ditto to breed more shinies. Doesn't really matter. I don't know why my camera feels like something feels weird about my camera. Anyways, where was I? But also a shiny hunt I've wanted to do, kind of like for just a fun video, would be soft resetting for a shiny Charmander in Pokemon Red. So, you know, obviously there are no shinies in actual Generation 1. There's no like color palette or anything to it. But like Bones was saying, you transfer a Pokemon from Generation 1 up to Generation 2, there is a chance that it is shiny based on its DVs. So you could theoretically shiny hunt a Generation 1 Pokemon by, you know, getting it. Well, actually, so there's also another stipulation to it. Only static encounter Pokemon have even a chance of being shiny when you transfer them from Generation 1 to Generation 2. So the starters, Eevee, Snorlax, you know, Mewtwo, the legendary birds, any Pokemon that's like a static encounter, they're the only ones that you can get shiny when you transfer them to Gen 2. I believe wild Pokemon never have the proper DVs to be shiny going from Gen 1 to Gen 2. At least I heard that a while ago, so I hope I'm not wrong. So yeah, you can technically soft reset. It's very long resets, but you can like trade a statically encountered Pokemon from Generation 1 to Generation 2 and see if it's a shiny, effectively shiny hunting in Generation 1. Which would be, well, it's like, it's virtually impossible to do it for Mewtwo because you literally would have to play the entire game. You have to play through the entire game, catch Mewtwo, trade it to Generation 2. If it's not shiny, well, you have to save from your trading, so you know it's not shiny, so you have to literally reset the entire game, play through the game again, get Mewtwo, trade it. That would literally be the longest. I think that's probably the longest possible shiny hunt per reset you could do, trying to get a shiny Mewtwo from Generation 1. That'd be a pretty cool challenge for like a video, like, I shiny hunted Mewtwo in Generation 1. Here's how it went. Like, I think to do that, you would have to like hack walk through walls or something to do it in any sort of reasonable amount of time. But then it wouldn't be legit, so it'd be like, did you really get it? You know, anyways. Discord, that could be something I get. I'm personally not a big Discord user myself. It's not even that I'm not a big Discord user, I don't use it. So, I don't know, it's something I'd consider down the road, probably not right now. Because yeah, I just personally don't really use it myself. But certainly down the road, you know, get big enough, give it a shot. Yeah. We'll see. So I don't know anything about like setting up Discord servers and like, you know, making sure they're moderated well and this, that, the other. So I'll probably wait till a little bit down the line to consider something like that. Because I do know this one YouTuber I watch pretty frequently. He does Pokemon card openings. Cool Trainer Ryan. He started up a Discord. I forget. He had a decent amount of subscribers when he started it up. But he was like, you know, his personality, he's like, go hog wild, do whatever you want in the Discord, I don't care. And like, it went to shit so fast. Like, the things people were posting, and like, it of course got shut down because of like, it went crazy. Like, people were posting some wild stuff, and I didn't personally join it, but I heard about it. Yeah, it got a little out of hand, and they had to shut it down. And he was like, okay, never mind, we'll start a Discord server, but like, take it more seriously. All right, 1310. What you got over there, Scott? Nice, nice. Always grateful for that. I spoke too soon, like literally what, 5-10 minutes ago. I was like, oh, I'm surprised my DSs are staying alive, and what do you know, the one on the right, which was the one I thought would die sooner, is now dying. So I'll probably, I don't know how long this will actually last. So when I don't have rubber bands on the other DS, I'm gonna see how many double encounters I can get out of these two. I don't have rubber bands on the other DS, and there's no point in throwing on all the rubber bands for the stream to end in like 20 encounters. So we'll see how many I can get through before this one on the right. Oh, it's really risky though. If I get a shiny in this one on the right, and and the DS dies, oh my lord, that would be tragic. That would totally happen to me though. Try and push my luck, and then my freaking DS dies. After we get a shiny. So I'm gonna try and at least get us to 1320 encounters before I hang this one DS up and keep going with the other one. Yeah. At least the nice thing is like if I do see a shiny, you know, I can immediately back out of the menu and go save like immediately. Like there's nothing stopping me from it would just be, I literally would have to, there would have to be a 5-second window between seeing the shiny and the DS dying for me to actually lose it. And I don't know how long DSs last on red health, so hopefully it's a decent bit of time. At least enough to get through 3 more resets. The Marine Tube. Oh man, I just love this game so much. The Marine Tube. It's just like, it's so simple. It's like not even a route that you can encounter Pokemon on. It's pretty, you know, it's just nice aesthetically. I don't know. I love the visuals of it. And I know it could look better. You know, it's a little, you know, this is a semi 3D, what do you call it? Pseudo 3D, half 2D, half 3D game. I just love the Marine Tube running through it. When you see that big old Wailord like swim over you, I don't know. I just love how it's so cool. I just love the immersion of like going through stuff like that in these games. It's so fun. Making an outro chat saying, okay, okay. Probably shouldn't be wasting time getting lost in thought and drinking some water. I need to make sure this DS doesn't die with a shiny on it. Alright, nothing on you two. Alright, we are at 1320 and I will retire this DS here on the right. And we will continue the rest of the stream with just one DS, the last 11 encounters. We'll just do on a solo DS. Go ahead and take these rubber bands off real quick. You set down there, and I guess we'll move you over to the right side of the screen. Maybe. Why do I feel like you're really dark? And is it because I don't have anything over here now? Is it like affecting the lighting, or is it just, I don't know. Am I imagining things, or does the screen on the right look like darker now? Maybe it's just me imagining things. Let's see, I could, well, I don't really, could try and sit something right here, but I don't really have anything to, and you can't see it anyways. It's at my Weavile, my cup right there. Yeah, I think the not having the second DS right here, adding light, is like messing with the maybe exposure or whatever. Yeah, it feels dimmer than normal. Right, we don't got a Tepig there, and this time we add +1, so now we got Dialga's fight to the finish going on, and we're on our own fight to the finish. Unfortunate. I don't know why. I don't know why the encounter feels like it's taking longer. Like, I don't know. Something's like tricking my brain, feeling like it's taking longer to get through this than when I had to. I guess maybe I had the double the stimulation to work with to distract myself. I mean, that'd be nice. I feel like by the time at the rate I've been growing, I think probably be 3K encounters deep around the time we get to 100 subs, most likely. So I would definitely be nice to have a shiny by then. I got one there. I would move my face cam and everything over to the right and just put the DS in the middle of the screen for the end of this, but I don't feel like messing. I like the layout. I don't feel like messing with the layout, so we just gotta throw the DS over here on the right for a second. I don't think there's any way for me to. I just hold it. Because I can do this. That way we can all see the screen, the bottom screen better now at the same time. So at least now like this, if we do get the shiny, y'all will truly be able to see it in real time. Because before it was kind of like you could barely see it. I'm probably just relying on me to tell you if there's actually a shiny there or not. Yeah, you're gonna be feeling it tomorrow, not sleeping at all. Shoot. First encounter at the ranch being a shiny Riolu. Okay, we got a female Tepig. I've been saying we're gonna get a shiny female Tepig on the Japanese game. But not right now. I mean, if the first real, I really don't know how I would react if the first encounter in any of these hunts, if like I get a first encounter anything shiny, I don't know how I'll react. Really, I'll probably be so stunned. It's not even going to be like an overtop reaction. It's just going to be like speechless, mouth open. It's the hunts where you put in all the resets and all the time that get the big reaction, because it's like finally you got there. Yeah, certainly. Hopefully I remember that. It could, if we could be months down the road when that shiny Mareep comes in. Ah, damn. This DS is dying now too. No, my DSs are dying. I might have to, oh man, can I get through 6 encounters before this DS goes? I think I can. But yeah, we could potentially be months down the road before getting a shiny Mareep, so hopefully I remember, and hopefully you're in stream to remind me. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Do I want to torture myself and make myself get a shiny male and female Unfezant? Because, like, is it technically truly a full living dex? Like, they're the same Pokemon, so like just getting one of them is getting the shiny Unfezant. But like, you know, should I get both? Or just say, nah, one's good. We don't need two Unfezant shinies. Because then if, you know, I open that can of worms and it's like, okay, well, do I get every Rotom form as shiny? No, I don't want to do that for certain. Do I get every what other Pokemon have variants like that? I don't know. I don't think I could do the shiny genies and they're 2 different forms. So I've kind of got that going on myself. I have a whole Excel spreadsheet that I'm putting together to figure out what'll be the best and kind of optimal way to whatchamacallit, do all these shiny hunts. It's something I could work on stream if we wanted to, but I think I'd rather just keep the streams the like resets, and then I'll try and find the time to put it together. And maybe, you know, there'll be days like, you know, we do find a shiny and it's like, you know, evaluating what to do next. We can like look at the spreadsheet and see like what's up. But no, once I get to 1331 or this DS dies, I'm just going to call it a stream and we'll end it there. Yeah, another female. I'm just waiting for that. Telling you, it's going to be a female Japanese shiny Tepig that we get it when we get it. I just know it in my deep down. All right, I got to make it through 3 more encounters here. 3 more. Just don't die on me, DS. I'm not going to do a nickname there. And let's see. Oh, another female. Still not a shiny. Hopefully that wasn't one of those cases of, I don't think it would be the case of me getting the same RNG seed or whatever, but I doubt it. Oh, I am really mashing through everything, so I'm probably getting the stuff at around the same timing. No worries, no worries. I'm pretty good at streaming at least every other day. Because tomorrow's Friday, you know, I got the whole day off. I don't work on Fridays, so it's likely I'll stream tomorrow, but I can't promise. And then if I don't stream tomorrow, I'll stream Saturday for sure. And, you know, I try and keep it fairly consistent. There's not super consistent, but decently. What do we got here? Okay, we have one more encounter left for the stream. We are currently at 1330 on a dying DS. We need 1331 to be a shiny. We want it to be a shiny, but we also don't want the DS to die and lose it. But I don't really have a schedule. I just kind of... Ooh, my nose got really itchy right. I go whenever I want. Whatever feels right for the day or time, whatever. All right, the last Tepig after almost 4 hours, putting in over 200, no, 300. We did 321 encounters this stream. I kind of like that. That was a nice little 3-2-1 on encounter. So after 321 encounters today, can this final one be a shiny Tepig? All right, what do we got? It's a male. Ah, darn. Darn. Did not happen, unfortunately. That stinks. All right, well, that will do it. That'll do it. Oh man, it is almost 2 a.m. for me. It is getting late. I'm getting tired. I am starting to get tired now. So yeah, I want to big thank you to everyone who has showed up for the stream today. It was a great stream. Really nice vibe on everyone's part. So yeah, might be here tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Saturday. So hope everyone has a good one, and I will see y'all next time.